Welcome to Kevin 27 World. It shows Kevin 27 back with another fire episode, and today we are about to get into the Bad Boys 4 Ride or Die. This is the instant reaction. I just got back from the movies. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Before that, light up that exotic if you gotta put up that expensive so we can get offensive. Okay, so we kicking it off with the Rotten Tomatoes score, and we are starting with 64% on the tomato meter with 166 reviews, but 97% on the audience score with over 500 verified ratings. Where do I land on it? I'm right there with the audience score. This movie was freaking awesome. When you're talking about the action, when you're talking about the storyline, how they are able to keep digging in certain storylines and making a storyline out of that. Like, I think, in spoiler alert, we just getting right into it. I think them being able to make, and you would notice if you even seen the trailer, another storyline off of Captain Howard dying, I think is brilliant, genius. I mean, especially when you're talking about what's going on here. This is the fourth film in almost 30 years. So it's not like it was like some Avenger stuff where you got all of these films in 10 years. No, this is four films over 30 years. And if you are asking me how good this movie was, if they are talking about this fourth film being the finale, bro, I need to see a fifth one. They didn't die at the end. They still was alive. No one died. I need to see Bad Boys 5. That's how much I appreciated this film. So let's just really dive into it and what it was about. So kicking off the film, we start with the classic car scene, which I believe was the opening of all three Bad Boys films. All three, Mike in the driver's seat, Marcus in the passenger. Obviously, we know the first one, he was trying to eat the burger and fries and got the fries, and then they ended up getting jacked and all of that. Classic stuff. They opened this one, and my man's Martin or Marcus, he needed something to drink, or I think he said he was feeling nauseous. So he was like, I need something to drink. So they stopped. Obviously, somebody come in with some tattoos, white boy tatted up, tried to rob your man's, and they did their Bad Boys thing. Now, lo and behold, now they got tuxedos on, and I'm like, where are they going? They was going to a wedding. They was going to the wedding of Mike Lowrey. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Lowrey got married. So this is like a breakthrough within itself. Like, oh my God, Mike Lowrey, the self-proclaimed, I felt like in the first one, he called himself a womanizer or something like that. Like, bro, he ended up getting married. Obviously, the funny thing is he ended up getting married to his therapist. And when you say therapist, you're like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense, I guess. No, his physical therapist, the one who helped him get back when he got shot. Like, you talk about hilarious stuff here. So we deal with that situation. And in the wedding, my man's Marcus is living his best life. And if you've been to a wedding, the only wedding I've ever been to as an adult is my sister's wedding. And it was amazing. Like, you seeing two people get married and and usually everyone is just joyous. Like, how could you be mad at a wedding? So that's what was going on here. And my man's had a heart attack at the wedding, Marcus. And while he's thinking he's dying, and they're going through all of this type of thing where you would kind of think it would be like when you were dying, like a euphoric experience, and all of this is waves and all of this stuff. He ended up seeing Captain Howard while he was dying or thinking he was dying, and Captain Howard gave him a hug and said, "It's not your time to go." Oh, that was just great cinema right there. And then he went back And he woke up in the hospital bed. He took all of the shit off and he was like a new man. And I'm not gonna lie, I appreciated it because I like just went through a similar thing. Like I just went through a similar thing where I'm like, the doctor told me, well, it could be this or it could be cancer. And, thank God it was the other thing and I was able to take care of that, but just hearing that, it kind of, you know, push you into a new space like, whoa, I could have had cancer. I don't. So it's like a new life, I feel. And it was the same thing with Martin or Marcus in this instance. Like he went on the roof, put his, dangling to the world and was like, I'm ready. And he was like a new man after that, taking everything head on, super aggressive. I really enjoyed it. I just enjoyed his performance because I felt like the last movie he was taking too much of a backseat to Will Smith. This one, I felt like it was more 55-45 Marcus over Mike Lowry. And it was a good thing because, you know, um, he deserved that. I felt like always it was 50-50 in the first one, and then the next two, and even still, he just, bro, Martin is just way too funny to not command screen time. Every joke of his landed in the theater. You guys know I always tell you about the theater experience. Every one of his jokes landed. Like people was in there crying, laughing, clapping. It was a crazy experience. Um, so the premise of the movie, we get into that after all of this happened, is Detective Howard is now being blamed for helping out the cartel, and pretty much that lands Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett to go on and have to try to prove him innocent. And speaking of Burnett, can we talk about how his wife was replaced? Marcus's wife was replaced. Um, I looked it up. Apparently, they said, and you know, uh, salute to her, healing energy. I seen something where she was like on a walker or something. So, man, hopefully everything be okay with her because that's something serious. So she was definitely replaced with uh Tina Smith, or I think it's Tina Smith, but y'all know the one from uh Why Did I Get Married? Um, let's see. Let's look at the cast really quick because I want to get her name right because she did an okay job. Like, she wasn't as good as the original lady. Oh, Tasha Smith. I knew it was something with a T. I just wanted to get her name right. So yeah, just I had to point that out too because everyone in the theater was like, "Wait, what?" Because I didn't even know that was his wife, and then I was like, I thought it was like his sister, and it was like, "Oh, that's." But then I was like, "Well, that wouldn't make sense because the sister was Gabrielle Union, but he could have another sister." But yeah, so they this guy from Euphoria, it was Banker, and we talking about Eric Dane here. He was actually pretty good in this movie as well as the main villain. Um, Pretty much he's the one who set all of this stuff up to get all of those cops killed in the last film, and he used the cartel to do it. So that's pretty much what this movie was about. And I thought it was very interesting the way that I'm telling you the aggressiveness that Martin had in this movie, especially like well not especially, but him and Marcus, like he was super aggressive. I mean, he walked on into traffic head on, like, bro, I can't die. It's not my time to go yet. He walked on head on bullets, and bro, he was doing his thing. So his comedy was here. Like, I think he outshined Will Smith in the comedy section way more. Like, I feel like in prior movies, Will Smith definitely had more quotables. I feel like all the quotables in this movie was all on Martin. I swear to God, like, bro. Even when the best scene I felt like was when the dudes went to his house, when they went to Marcus's house to I believe kill his family. And who came to save the day? It was his son-in-law, so even that was cool. Like I thought, and that was definitely the best scene. Everyone in the theater that got a wild reaction because we know him from the Reggie thing. Like, man, 15, nigga, you at least 30. Like, we know him from that. And for all the people that try to hate on that scene, like and say it didn't age well, fuck all that, bro. I'm telling you, every time if you got nieces, black dudes, nieces, daughters, everybody always want that moment. So, salute Reggie at the best scene, no cap. So I think the best cameo obviously was Tiffany Haddish. Her scene was super fire. I know she been kind of down in the public eye lately, but she bodies her scene playing. I'm thinking what was either the stripper prostitute type or the pimp of the prostitutes, but I don't think it was that. I think she was like, that because I'm telling you, when she said, "I want you to eat my," bruh, that went crazy. Everybody was like, everybody was so taken aback. So yeah, she was very good. Jordan Lucas, he was cool. DJ Khaled, hey, DJ Khaled got done the worst, bruh. He got done the worst. He got hit by a car and then smashed into another car, and then he got set on fire, bro. They did DJ Khaled dirty. So yeah, that was really good on this front. Uh, my whole thing with the son, it's just he did so much messed up stuff. It's kind of hard to root for him, but when you watching it, I mean, that the actor, he's really good in his character, especially when it comes to the action of it all. We're talking about Jacob Scipio. He plays Armando, and oh, that was another thing that was funny too when Mike Lowry introduced him to his son, and she was like, "This is my son Armando," and she was like, "You went and had a Spanish kid? That shit was funny, bro." So yeah, that was good. That was funny. Um, the only thing that really put me off about the movie was the alligator. It just I ain't gonna lie. To me, the alligator was a bit much. I get it though. It is in Florida. It is in Miami, so it's right on brand. So I'm not mad at it, but it was the only thing that just put me off about the movie. It was a little weird. I didn't like that, but that's my main critique. I just when I watched it, I didn't like it. Big kidnappers were the daughter. I think that was the daughter, or maybe the granddaughter of Howard. It was the granddaughter of Detective Howard, and they end up getting everything together. The cool thing about it was though the son still end up getting away. So I'm telling you, they have the makings to making a number five. Um, if it's health complications or whatever, I don't know, but bro, give me another 3 or 4, maybe 5 years. I'll take a Bad Boys 5. Seriously. Like, it's a really good franchise. I don't see why it needs to stop. If we can get 10 Fast and Furious movies, we can at least get 5 Bad Boys. Now, the only thing about Bad Boys is, you know, there's 2 movies in a row where they and you can't hide it, you can't run from it, but they really like sticking it in with the old shit, but you can't run from it. Like they are 50 plus. So, all in all, man, I really think it was a super good movie. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Definitely better than the last one. The action, I think the action on this one might be the best of the series. The action was really good, especially with the first person shooter mode. Like that was really cool. I really enjoyed what they had to offer in this movie. So yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10 on my scale. I'm riding with the audience score here. This was an amazing movie. And again, I think the Reggie stole the show. Like the what he did, it was so unexpected. But when he was like, "Well, I'm a Marine," so obviously, I already knew he was going to kick ass. Anybody going into a Marine house, you're going to kill them unless y'all are Marines. Because Marines are, bro. The shit that if you listen to interviews from Marines and you hear what they say, that happens, bro. It's different. Oh my god, like Marines is something else. So yeah, I think he really stole the show. Now I was hearing a couple chatters in my group because I think we went about six deep. It was in my group, and then I heard it in other people's groups about Bad Boys 5 and letting it be um Will's son and Reggie. No, like no. Maybe incorporate them a little more, but other than that, no, I don't want that like at all. At all. So other than that, man, Bad Boys 4, great movie. I definitely want to go see it again. And please go see it in D box. D box is where it was at. Bro, my mom, she enjoyed it. Like she wasn't expecting all of that movement and all that stuff. She really enjoyed it. So all right, man, that's my review. If you have the time, you can check out Atlas. My Atlas review is going crazy right now, and check out anything else in these playlists. It shows Kevin 27. Believe it, take make believers.